Okay, so first of all, when you're in a series or sequence, you better determine first if it's an arithmetic or a geometric. So are you doing a common adder or a common multiplier? Your common adder, so what's happening each time? You're adding a -9. That's what happened. So I am arithmetic. And isn't this so nice of me? On your formula sheet on your exam, I actually divided these up. Okay, so this side is arithmetic because look at it has a difference. This side is geometric because it has a R, right? R's are ratios, D's are differences. Okay, so finding a specific term, got that formula? So term 37 equals the first term 80 plus n minus 1 times d. What is n? 37. N is the number of terms. N is a number of terms, and the difference is -9. Okay, when you're doing this, make sure you're understanding what to do first. This would be 36 times a -9. And then add 80. Okay, that was okay. Let's jump down to the next one, right below it. 9th term, and then it's 1,024, 512, 256. The one right below it. It's a question B. Everybody found that one? What's happening? Geometric? Because what am I timesing by? A half. Okay, sometimes people mistakenly say 2 because I know you're dividing by 2, but that's not what you're doing. You always have to say, what am I timesing by? So that's the R. The R is a half. So find the 9th term, which means where on my formula sheet? This one, because I need this something with the R for geo. So term N, so term R equals the first term, the ratio to the N minus 1. And the N is the number of terms, so 9. I'm going to do this first. I'm just going to say that exponent is 8. Does everybody remember how to type that into their calculator? Practice the type on that because just make sure you know where your exponent buttons are and all that. Anybody not figure out their typing? That's good. You got a fraction?
Yep.
Didn't come out right.
Yeah, I did.
You have to type it again. Yep. Did you do 1/2 in brackets? Okay. 5, 8, 11, 68. Okay. First of all, we better analyze it and just say what's going on. We're adding 3, so I'm going to call it a difference of 3 because I'm difference or D's or R's in the formula. So this is arithmetic. How many terms are there? So what formula would I go with? The second one here. How many terms? How many terms equals, what is term n? What does that even mean? The last term. So that would be 68 minus T1, 5, over the difference of 3. This would have to go in the calculator as proper typing. If I did this, it would go wrong for me. Why? It won't. It will only divide 5 instead of the whole thing, right? Or push enter. By the way, if you had typed it in wrong, you would have got this answer, 67.333. Do you understand that that is not even possible? You can't have a fractional amount of terms. Your number of terms have to be an exact whole number, right? Okay. Flip. Find the sum of the first 81 terms. So, oh, look at this. It's the same one, right? The difference equals 3. It's arithmetic. So I'm going to use this sum formula. The sum of 81 terms equals the first term. So that would be 5 plus the last term. Do I know the last term? No. Over 2 times how many terms? 81. So I'm missing something. I'm missing the last term. So what should I do? I should find the last term using this. So do you remember when I used this formula on your test? You almost had to do one of these before that. So what is term 81? So you have to do the formula for term number. First, okay, let's jump to a different example again. The sum of first 8 terms. Do you see that example? Okay. So this is A to B. A to B in your booklet. What's going on? What's happening each time? Adding something or timesing something? Anybody know what I'm timesing by? I am timesing. I'm timesing by -6. If you don't see it, what should you do if you don't see it? Take a term and divide a term before it. So you're timesing by -6. So do you find a formula to use? Which side of your formula sheet are you? You're the geometric. So I'm this formula in the middle. The sum of 8 terms. Term 1 times the r to the n So I picked this one as an example because the concept is easy, but the typing is the hard part. Okay, practice the type on that. There's a lot of stuff going on. Did you notice how I put this in brackets? Is that important? For sure. Because -6 to the 8th, if you didn't put brackets on it, it would turn out wrong. So for me, I actually tell myself a -7 on the bottom. And I do this, enter, minus that, enter, times that, enter, and then divide by -7. Yours came up as a fraction?
Yeah. Like a weird, a mass what it's like.
I got a
79,981 2/3. Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, yeah. That's what I got. I thought you meant like a fraction. I got a big number.
No, I did get a fraction. Yeah. 79,000. This is a fraction. I got -1. No. Oh, that's what I got, but mine's like with yeah, it has 2/3 instead of 6/7.
That is 2/3. Yeah.
So what if I wrote it just like this?
That's fine. Do you not have a button that changes?
Not this big. Is it the which one is yours?
I don't have the button, but it's usually like a, isn't it like a SD or, isn't there a something?
And now it works?
Now it doesn't use fractions.
Marcy, what do I do? But if I do get a fraction, like what happens if I turn my calculator off and then it comes back to that?
Just click on your reset button.
Yeah, we have the same calculator. Well, I'm using one of hers.
How do you even get that? I don't.
Okay, good.
How did you even get a bar back?
I got a fraction again. Still? Yeah.
I will look up how to do that.
Does yours not reset? It just keeps giving me a fraction. Okay, reset it. Uh-oh.
So there's something with a mode.
And I typed it in the right way. I did -6 to the 8th in brackets. And subtract 1. And then I did that times -3rd in brackets. Divided by 7.
Yeah, it's something with a mode of your calculator. Okay. Let me just see. I think there's one more, or no, two more styles, kind of. Find the sum of the whole sequence. So let's do question B. The whole sequence, what does that mean? If it goes on and on forever.
Infinity.
16, 12, and 9, the whole sequence. Does it make sense that eventually this is going to keep reducing, 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 and I'm essentially going to be adding hardly anything? So we can say that the number is going to cap off at something. So which formula, when I say find this series sequence?
Infinity.
This one? So the first term over 1 minus r. Term 1 divided by 1 minus r. What is my multiplier, by the way? Sometimes if you don't see it, what should you do?
Guess and shift 3/4.
You should take a term and divide it by its previous term, which is 0.75 or 3/4. When you type that into your calculator, you should be doing brackets. Okay, what else we got? The next page there, number 10, says you have a geometric series, 1, 2, 3, 4th term. And then 5th, 6th, 7th term. This is question 10. It says the 4th term is that, the 7th term is that. We're going to have to figure out what term 1 is. Okay, so what does a geometric sequence mean? You would have to times by a number to get that, times by a number to get that, and times by a number to get that. What is this the same thing as doing? I'm going to be timesing, I'm going to do 567 times it by an r cubed. So I'll need to divide 567 and do what other specific feature? Triple root it, which is also a cubed root. Do we know how to do that? Do we remember the button? You would push 3 first, and then you're going to push this button called the any root of 64.
Oh.
So now I need you to divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4, and you would get there. Or divide by 4 cubed. Which would have started with a 9. Okay, and this is my last question I'm going to do. Oh, I could have done that one. Nope, just kidding. I don't want to do that one. We just did that one. 12. I want to do 12. We have a 6th term. Okay, so this is an arithmetic sequence. So what would I have to do in an arithmetic sequence? I'd have to add something, add something, add something, add something, add something. How many times? I'm going from a 6th to 16th. 10 times. So I'm going to go from 34, I'm going to add that amount 10 times, and I would get to an 84, right? I would add a D, add a D, add a D. I would keep going up, 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 up 10 times. So now I would want to mathematically minus 34 and divide by 10. So it looks like I would have had to go up by 5s each time to get there. So figure out the first term. So now you're going to have to go down by 5 how many times? 5. Oh, look, same answer. Okay, you're going to go down 5 jumps of 5.